All right, bro. Say your speech.
City of Baton Rouge, we are not here as attackers of the religion, but as liberators of speech. For far too long, the Church of Scientology has used this massive wealth to hide the truth about its activities. We are here to let the public know what so many are scared to say about the Church of Scientology. I'm sure many of you have seen or heard the myths and parodies and jokes made about Scientology and their space-based myths, from Xenu to Thetans. I'm sure many of you have laughed at this notion. If you think that this is our motivation for action, you have been gravely misinformed. Just as it is any man's right to believe the earth was created in 7 days, it is theirs to believe in whatever creation myth they so choose. I am afraid of the situation is much more dangerous and urgent. Scientology claims that it is a harmless self-help system of beliefs, but the facts say otherwise. In the 1970s, Scientology had a plan known as Operation Snow White, the single largest infiltration of the United States government in history, with up to 5,000 covert agents. During this plan, Scientology committed acts of infiltration, wiretapping, and theft of government offices. This was all in an attempt to remove any negative criticism and to obtain information of their critics. They would have you believe these are simply lies created to harm their church. However, 11 members of their own organization, including their founder's wife herself, were charged and either pleaded guilty in federal court. What do they have to hide? For example, operations such as Operation Freakout, an organized attempt to destroy the reputation and cause the incarceration of author Paulette Cooper. This operation included having someone impersonate her and obtain her fingerprints to send threats to government officials, including the president himself. This is what Scientology calls fair game, and it is applied to any and all which oppose their cabal of extortion. Victims of fair game have no rights in the eyes of Scientology and must be eliminated or rendered irreputable at all costs. They have had their pets killed, suffered lawsuits, and have their identity slandered and defamed. Or what about Project Normandy, a planned takeover of a U.S. city known as Clearwater, Florida? Even the mayor of at the time described it as the occupation of Clearwater. All this from a harmless group of religious followers. And the followers are harmless more or less, for they are the greatest victims of Scientology. They spend countless dollars to learn the secrets of their faith. As they advance, they are even prohibited from speaking about them with each other, and many are convinced learning them prematurely will kill them. However, this is not the worst of their fates. Others like Lisa McPherson, Stacy Meyer, and Josephus Haveneth, all loyal Scientologists, lost their lives in strange and disturbing ways. These people joined the Scientology church willingly, but could not escape when they realized the trouble they were in. Who, however, speaks for the children of Scientologists, born into a life of brainwashing and desensitization? For some of these children, it is too great to bear and they resort to suicide. For them, it is too late, but not for the future generations of people around the world, and all the others who will ever be so lightly coerced into this cult of fraud, secrecy, and attempts of imperialism upon our country. Many of you must be wondering why this isn't more well known. I was shocked myself that an organization that attempted to undermine our nation, occupy our cities, and corrupt our municipal system of justice is still publicly active in our very own country. The answer is complex. Scientology portrays itself as a business and a religion to abuse the rights and protect itself from the vulnerabilities of both. Scientology has extorted so much money from its true believers that it has its own navy, as well as a massive legal team which exploits every nook and cranny and loopholes to remove what should be critical public information from the spotlight. This is their most heinous crime. We believe that knowledge is free, that speech is free, that the freedom to publicly express one's opinion without fear of persecution is essential to the betterment of mankind. However, Scientology chooses to disagree with this statement. Rest assured they are plotting against us, the few brave enough to fight for the same thing our founding fathers fought for. As I speak, they are trying to accumulate every detail about me and my fellow liberators, from our physical addresses to our minor traffic violations. This is only part of their system of reconnaissance, defamation, and persecution of all who stand in their way. That is why we gather here anonymously, as a representation of the needs of the public at large, to spread truth and urge others to join our cause. We urge you citizens who are concerned about the threat of our freedom living among us, who are concerned about the safety of our children and our grandchildren, who are concerned about the slaves of mind control and their diminishing chance of escape from their captors. Take action. Make yourselves heard to your senators and to your congressmen and representatives of your local government. We alone have the power of numbers that can cut the head off the most venomous snake in our very own backyards. We are legion, united as one, divided by zero. We do not forget.